Hey, good morning YouTube. We are watching a pro lobby that play 2v2 in ranked, and we're currently watching Atow with Vatira against Zen and Matt. There you go, that's what I was looking for. Maybe I should have put the chat on screen, but whatever. Oh, slow speed. Let's go. Wave dash, that's something coach was telling me for the cheat. That is, it's very efficient. Just a little wave dash like that to cheat is actually pretty good. Okay. Did you see that little, just to be sure where the other guy was, just drop a little right stick to see the guy? Top 16 player near you. Yeah, I've never seen him. Does he play in pro? I just haven't seen him. Okay. Just gonna play that. Yeah. See the here? Teammate free ball. So let's just hang out in front, see if he can get it to me. Right, because he doesn't have much boost, so even if he gets a good touch for himself, whatever, he can't do much. So I'm gonna get my boost and just hang out here, see if he can get it to me. Right, then a bit awkward that the touch lacked a bit of power, so gotta pop it above Zen. Zen made a good job of forcing us to get rid of the ball. When I say us, it's Atow, obviously. The rotate back there is I had a second. Yeah, if here he challenges, Zen beats him, right? And it's not even a Zen beats him and it forces him in an awkward spot. It just straight up Zen beats him, no matter how Atow goes at it. So he actually just leaves because Vatira is gonna have a good challenge from there. And then Vatira's challenge is going to be useful, and we're still going to have someone behind. So it's something that I don't do a lot, but it actually just makes sense in this case. Not always, but good challenge. We got caught by the bomb. Good awareness by Zen. Great awareness from... Are they queued up? They're not queued up. Great awareness by Matt to cancel that. Okay, he screwed up. He screwed up, so he stopped. Perfect shot. Perfect. You can't have more perfecter than that. And I've noticed the cheats on the pros are so tight. So aggressive. I'm surprised he jumped that early for that ball. I thought he could have stayed grounded a bit more. Maybe he would have had a better touch. Oh. I think if he doesn't jump there, Zen jumps. Yeah, and you even see him get the full boost. Yeah, so I do that touch sometimes when I can't just drive into it and chip it. And to jump... he needs to give you time to jump, right? If Atow jumps now, Zen cannot jump because he can't reach the ball before. But then if you do jump, you need to do something good with it. Made it a bit more in the corner, so much harder for Zen to do something straight up dangerous, and he tried to save some boost. Ooh, the corner double. Well handled, but it was dangerous. Ooh, that's... oh, really didn't take a shot on that. Got the demo. Let Vatira play. I think he didn't get the reset. Little pinch. The wall dashes. Was expecting Zen to bump him. See how they don't, like, there's so much of us that would have went on that ball there. Right? Why? At best, he's gonna get a 50. Or just wait, see if there's something. Turns out they were low, so Zen cleared the ball. Oof. He almost got get. Oh, that could have been insane. Good spacing. So see, why is he allowed to be this close to the plate? First of all, and that's an important concept that we don't always realize. He's sideways. Okay, if he's facing forward, he's too close. But because he's sideways, and now he's generating momentum, let's say there's a big clear, he can just turn and he should be fine. So you can be a bit closer if you're sideways instead of being forward facing. But also, how can I say? Vatira's trying to go towards net and they're trying to defend their net. Likely the ball's going left, right? So we can be a bit closer because it's less likely. It's statistical analysis. It's less likely to go straight towards our net with power because the play generally is moving right to left. There's Zen that if he gets an actual good touch on it could do something dangerous. We need to be wary of that, but doesn't mean that we can't like be there. Oops, sorry. But like, see, he didn't jump from the backboard, so there's not much anything dangerous towards our net as long as Vatira doesn't pinch it with them. Like, the 50 is fine. And see, the play ended up on the left side. Little fadeaway challenge here. So if he goes here and challenges this ball, either he hits it into Zen and then Zen wins that 50, or he pinches it into Zen and it goes on their backboard. There's nothing dangerous that can happen there. But by like fake challenging like that behind the ball, okay, right now I don't think it's the case, but sometimes you can hide behind the ball and they don't see that you're away from the ball. If Zen hits that ball, we can win it because he's gonna hit it into us, which is what he tried to do. Turns out it was a bit bouncy, so he wasn't able to get a good chip off the wall. Bad first touch. Vision. That's another thing that I wanted to talk about recently. So there's 4 parts I've been thinking about that. I think I've settled on 4 parts to decision making execution. Okay, number 1 is knowledge, which is what we're doing now, right? We're watching replay and we're trying to learn what is good. Number 2 is information gathering. Just gonna write info. Okay, so looking, paying attention, you know, what's the boost of our teammate, where they are, you know, did we notice Matt get boost recently type thing, right? So that's information, what we see, what we hear when it's not on our screen, and what is likely. Sometimes our teammate's gonna get out of our screen, but we still know like he went for boost, right? Therefore he went on back boost, therefore he's gonna be back into play in X amount of seconds, right? So even if it's not on our screen, it is information that we can have. Then there's the decision making. Okay, so that is where we actually decide, you know, the distance from the play. Do we go? Do we shadow? Do we shoot? You know, and stuff like that. And then the last part is the execution. Okay. This is where your mechanics come into play. Okay, but you can't execute consistently if you don't decide the right mechanic to do depending on the information that you gather, right? So if you're playing threes and there's two guys backboard and you go for a double tap, you're never going to be able to score your double tap because you didn't get the information or you didn't decide properly, right? So these are the things. And why did I bring this up? Look at Atow, look at Zen, okay? And it's very clear here what's happening. There's a conversation between Atow and Zen. Okay, and I'm gonna try to slow it down to explain it. Like, so he gets close to the ball to show Zen that, like, it's my ball, I'm closer than you, right? So Zen, because he's looking as well, needs to pull back a bit, because if he tries to get there, Atow beats him and takes a shot on net, and it's going to be open, right? So Zen pulls back, therefore Atow doesn't shoot, right? So he went close fast, but then slowed down, right? So he showed him, it's my ball, and then slows down, and then catches the ball, okay? And this is where the execution comes into play, where he gets a good catch, a great first touch. Now he needs to keep gathering information. Did Zen, like, fake challenge, fade away, and it's gonna come back, or he's gonna let him flick and try to make the save in shadow defense? See, we see Zen again, right? I think we're still in ball cam, like we're supposed to dribble in car cam, but in this case he's using ball cam to be able to see Zen. And see, that's exactly what I was saying. Zen fake challenge, fade away, and the challenges again to catch him in that second where he's not 100% in control. And then because Atow saw Zen ended up challenging, he slowed down to get the ball away from him and then jumps to take a 50. Okay, so now that we know everything that happened in the last 2 seconds, we're gonna watch it back in real time. And this is what the pros are doing so much better than us, right? We tend to make up our mind with some of the information that we gathered, and we do that with our eyes closed, right? He adapted. You see? The little that they both did, that's all the information that happened in between them. And it's fascinating. I love to see this. It's what makes Rocket League so much closer to an actual sport, because like body language in sport, it's something that the good players use to oh, that's so good. Body language in sport is something that's very used to, you know, throw off the opponent, and, you know, you juke and you this and you little hesitation and stuff, and then you turn the other way. It's basically what they're doing in Rocket League. And then we talk about execution. So here, right, orange team just attacked us, right? Therefore, they're likely going to be lower on boost. As we see, Zen's going to get that mid boost, and Matt is likely basically either challenging us, but he's probably not expecting to touch the ball, but he's forcing us to take off from here, right? We're not going to be allowed to just go on the wall and take off from further away, right? See how he's showing that, yeah, no, if you come above me, I'm going to turn on you. Then, great first touch, amazing free flip, right? And then threatens, still has boost, threatens to take a reset. So if Zen challenges him, he's gonna reset and flick it over Zen, right? That's all happening again in a few seconds. And if we would switch to Batira, okay, he's right underneath, okay? And he's getting all this information as well, likely. And they're not queued together, so I highly doubt that they're in comms, right? They just look at the information and take good decisions. So we see Zen a bit there, and we saw Matt on the right wall, right? And he saw Atow you know, presenting a reset to Zen, saw Zen fade away a bit, therefore he's like, I have room. And Atow at this moment can't do anything anymore, right? So the fake reset worked for just, you know, a second, give them a second of space, and then he can take the shot and to beat Zen on the ball. It's so good. It's so fun to watch him play. Pick off, go for bad boost. Great challenge by Vatira. Well, this is something that you guys probably heard that before. You need to learn the rules to know when to break them, right? So let's say I'm coaching a platinum diamond player here, okay? I'm telling the platinum diamond player that you're in front of the ball, it is not your ball, right? But big difference between a plat diamond player and Vatira, he will look with his eyes, okay? So he sees Atow, he's getting back boost. He sees Zen, knows that he's full boost. Boost is gone, but anyways, we knew that he was going to pick it up. He picked up the corner, I'm pretty sure didn't miss it. And Zen basically needs like half a second to a second to get going into his play, right? We're not going to get him, let him get that second. The other thing as well, with the angle that he's challenging at, even if he's from behind, let's say he whiffs and he gets beat by Zen, it is the angle that he needs to take to get back to defense. So it's like a no-cost play. He's going to get back there in time. Let's say he doesn't touch the ball. He's going to get back there in time and he's going to be fine, right? Turns out he can get to it and even beat Matt and stuff. Oh, great play, great awareness. And again, even though normally my teammate's not in front of the ball, so it's my ball, I can use my eyes and be like, okay, my teammate wants the ball, so I'm gonna let him play, and I'm gonna play after him. I'm gonna get ready to play after him. So we see Vatira get a touch, so we get closer in case he can't get back to it, right? And turns out he gets back to it, but we were ready to take a good 50 with Matt in like some 2v1 situation. Again, here, there's a lot of players that would be like, dude, you don't have boost, let me play, I'm there, I'm position, I have boost. Or would just straight up jump on top of his teammate. No, his teammate's there. I'll let him play. Whether he doesn't have boost, whether it's irrelevant. It's a better decision to just chill, let him play, and I'll play after. So fades away a bit, and then the challenge comes to him, and then he managed to get a free ball. Mechanical execution, tried to fake and go under, looked for a bump, there was no bump. Here he went quick because this is a ball. Oops. Sorry. So this, when, and I don't know if you guys notice, but I always pause just after there's a contact on the ball, because this is where the information, the decision making has to happen. Okay. And so he hit the ball away. Unlikely that he can follow it up with that type of hit. And Zen is actually in a position where he could turn and jump, and jump and get to that ball that's gonna come here, and it could be dangerous, right? If he has boost, it's then free ball from basically midfield. Like, you guys know what can happen. Like we all saw him play. Therefore, I think this quick jump with his teammate low, I think it's a bit of a preventive measure. If I take control of this ball, Zen cannot, right? And again, with having all the information, because, and the execution, that's another thing as well, sorry. Because he has good first touches, because here, if you ram that ball in the corner here, and it comes back here, Zen's gonna grab full boost, and it's gonna take off with full boost against your teammate that had no boost recently. Therefore, your teammate's not in position. If he gets boost, he's going to be out of position, can't challenge early. He's going to have to make a goal line save, right? Or he's going to have to try to show up earlier and he won't have boost or just a few pads. So here, if you go for a play like that, you need to get a good first touch or else they score against you. He had the first touch in my opinion, but like I don't think with that ball there's much else he could have done. There's so much in there. So talking about information gathering, he got mid boost. I would tell a platinum diamond player, cut across, rotate back post, right, get back in position, your teammate's gonna play this. But it's a pro lobby, okay? He doesn't have the information on Zen, okay? Even though he has an idea that he's on the wall on the right. Let's say Zen decides to bail on this play. What's he gonna do? He's gonna drop down, get that boost, and rotate out, right? So why does Atow rotates ball side and take the back boost? Because Zen could take it, and because Vatira doesn't need it. That's why he picks up this boost. It does not mean when you rotate back, pick up that boost at all. Like if your opponents just clear the ball, don't do that, right? If your teammate doesn't have boost, don't do that. Let him get that boost to play that ball with full boost. So it's where I'm struggling to suggest platinum diamond players and under, and even champion is a bit to watch pro play and emulate the play, because there's so many more layers to what's happening that it's gonna create like bad habits. Because in this case, if you're like, oh, I can pick up that boost on my way back all the time, what happens is like all the way in champion, it's a seasoned champion, they pick up that boost and then they're stuck defending backwards their net and they get scored on most of the time. They can't defend like that. But pros are few levels higher and they can either defend backwards or do it in moments that it's safe, or you know, there's a lot of different consideration, and they have a teammate that actually not gonna give the ball back to the other team. That Vatira's first touch was chef kiss, just stuck to his car. Zen can't challenge him there. That's why Zen didn't challenge, not because he couldn't get to the ball, because if he does, he's gonna eat the backboard and Vatira's gonna take off with full boost, with full control of the ball. Why did Atow take that ball away from Vatira? Right? He's supporting Vatira here. Okay, so Vatira jumped off the wall, okay, faked the musty, lands with the ball, and he's staying close to the ball. Okay, so if he gets challenged, which is the case, he's gonna have a 50 with it. So Atow's in position that basically what's dangerous, it's the ball stays there, and after the 50, Mats get the ball back and can flick it. So he wants to be close enough to interact with this. And there's a pinch straight in the net, but nah, it's less likely. I think that's mostly that. And because Zen's leaving, okay, after this 50, if we still have possession of the ball, we have space behind Matt. Okay, Matt's going to be out of the play, and we want to use that space. We have full boost, both of us. Matt is half, and Zen is on fumes. Okay, so he stays close, but he doesn't commit. Okay, that's the first step. Oh, and the other worst case that could happen, he donks Vatira, and either like straight up pinch goes all around, it's not dangerous, I turn around and get the ball in the other corner. Or it stays in this corner, I'm still gonna be faster than Matt that just took a 50 to get back on that ball. Now the 50 happened, okay? Why do I take this ball from Vatira? Okay, if Vatira single jumps and lands properly with the wave dash, it's his ball. But Vatira flipped into the ball, okay? So the time that he lands and recovers, Matt can interact with that ball again. But I'm faster than both of them. And the ball is placed in very good position to just take it up the wall. So something as simple as a 50-50 as the second man has a lot of layers as well at this level, because we don't want them to have room and we want to capitalize on this. Like, look how far Zen is. He can't challenge me and he's last man, right? This is like, ka-ching, like perfect moment to go clip on Zen. So we go up the wall, just have some boost, reflip, reset, being the execution a bit, but we force Zen to get a good first touch. I think Zen was probably not super happy with it, but still defended and is in position to take a 50 with Vatira. So whose ball is it? Okay, at lower level, the classic is it's Vatira's ball. Okay, so most of us go back post and chill, let your teammate challenge that and hope that he challenges, basically. In this case, Atow knows that Vatira is awkward because he's straight underneath, so he needs to fly in a very weird angle and fast, right? So he's gonna challenge for him, but look at how much he doesn't hesitate to challenge. And we had a situation like that yesterday on this. Okay, he gets his boost and he goes before Vatira can turn on him, right? Therefore, it's, I still think he waited maybe half a second too long, but like they are pros and I'm not, so it's not my place to judge. But yeah, because I think he ends up like getting to the ball a bit too close to the net, whatever. But he ends up being the one challenging because he can challenge forward with momentum, and Vatira is still in position to be able to defend behind. And then how does Vatira doesn't make contact with that? I'm so glad to see this. So this is something that I have suggested to a bunch of people that I've coached in the past, okay? Look at this camera work, okay? Ball cam, ball cam, ball cam, car cam, okay? So the idea is here, you need to see what's happening, okay? And then you see Atow jump, you need to see what's happening. And then Zen flicks it over, okay? You get to a point where you know this ball's not in. Well, first, if it's in, I don't think there's much we can do about it, but we know that it's not in, okay? So, again, I paused right after the last thing on the ball, okay? We need to decide now, what do we do about this? What's the next most dangerous thing? And we have this guy here who's coming to, like, we can see in the future what's happening and what he wants to do. He wants to shoot that ball in net, obviously. Our teammates out of the play, Zen's out of the play, so it's us versus Matt, right? Therefore, do we need to, like, look up here? Look at the ball? No, we already decided that this ball's not in, right? It's not in, therefore it's going to hit the backboard and come down here. We already calculated that. Therefore, we go in car cam, because the important thing is not as much the ball as being faster than Matt, right? And I think here you need to jump. It's easier for me to say at 25% speed, but he kind of, yeah, just not the right angle, a bit awkward and stuff. It's tough. It's very hard, but it is, I think, the only way to make the save on this play. It's to go into car cam and basically play Matt more than the ball. You're trying to get like in front of him. Basically, you like shadow him face to face, and you try to be in front of him or faster. If you're faster, well, you just score. Like here, it would have been possible to score. We get scored on. Happens. Let's get back to Atow. So they went for a special kickoff. So yeah, that's even better in twos. So Vatira and Atow are going for a standard kickoff. Left goes, right cheats. Basically, the idea is to flip towards mid and cheat up the midline like this. Okay. And then likely went, I got it. Okay, and goes for this kickoff. What's gonna happen if I'm going this way and Zen's going this way? Ball's gonna go that way, right? Therefore, Vatira is screwed on his cheat. Matt can either take back boost and go up, or take already like cheat towards the mid boost. It's very likely that the ball's gonna go to the right side of our screen because they went with right goes on the orange team. I think Vatira had the mental awareness to adjust his kickoff to freeze it there. So I'm pretty sure Zen tried to force it right. And see how he's much more like he's a bit like wider to counteract. Zen's really trying to push it to the right now. And because we were a bit wider, we're able to kind of keep it here, and we're like in front of it and stuff like that, so it's not as dangerous. Here, that's a little thing. Normally, what we want at this point, we want to get the back boost, but we see teammate showing us that he wants back boost. Okay, well, I guess I'm gonna go up. I don't want to let Zen take off with that ball for free, right? So turns, jumps off the wall, meets Zen on that ball. Now we don't have boost follow up, but we did our job. We prevented Zen from having a free ball up the wall with full boost. And now, again, formation gathering. Did you see? He used his right stick, he looked behind him, he looked around, he was looking for who's where, right? We see Matt is going for back boost. We know Zen's probably in our back corner, and we know our teammate is probably coming from mid. Like, do I touch this ball? No, I don't have anyone to beat, right? Right now, I have given a free ball in the midfield to my teammate who's full boost. Again, someone that's all the way back. All he can do now is a goal line save, likely. So I'm just gonna go out the way and get some boost. And then Vatira takes off and is trying to make a play. We get the boost, we get back in position. Again, the same conversation they just had, Atow and Zen again. So Zen is closer, but Atow has an easier touch to stay in control, and I might have a bit more momentum. Okay, so he gets close to the ball, Zen fades away, and then he slows down and gets a control touch, and then try to speed it up. Stay with it, but speed it up. Ends up getting the demo. Wow. Talking about information gathering. Vatira's 0. Okay? And he's going this way. And this doesn't mean cut in front of your teammate, okay? Because normally your teammate should be coming this way, whether he has boost or not. But we see Vatira keep on going this way, therefore I can grab boost and turn. I want this boost no matter what, even if my teammate's coming. But if my teammate's coming, I'm gonna fade right to circle around them. But because Vatira is going this way, I'm gonna challenge. I don't want to let Matt or Zen take off for free with boost of the ball. He gets a good dodge, so likely the fact that we challenge is gonna make him like rush it a bit, but he still managed to take off. It's a bit the same situation I was talking about earlier. He's too close, but he wants to be there if it stays there, and he can have a free ball. And if it goes this way, it's not that much dangerous. He should be able with a half flip to get first on this ball, I suppose. And then pretends to go and doesn't. Or miss execution. That's Vatira just drove on this boost and it wasn't there. I don't remember because I've paused a few times, but likely he knows the last time there was play in this corner. Okay, who might have taken this boost? Therefore, Vatira drives on it and doesn't have it. Therefore, it's about to spawn. That's why he goes there and hangs out there. So here we need to realize that like we're never first here, and if we try to go to make sure he doesn't control, we're last man. So if he just beats us and put the shot on net, like he gets scored on, so fades away. Force him to get rid of the ball, try to get a decent first touch. A bit heavy, but you know, our teammate cuts. Yeah, sometimes I need to watch it a few times to figure out exactly what's happening. And again, awareness of Vatira. Like, we tried to get a control touch to the backboard. We did not succeed. And he didn't... Like, he readjusted his play. So his play was to rotate and let us control the ball of the backboard. Okay? But we screwed up our first touch. And we can't get back to it. And Matt's shot is dangerous. Therefore, he cuts and he jumps and he tried to interfere with that shot. We land. Turns out Matt's shot was not the best. That could have come out of there. So we have a bit of a floater. Still a dangerous ball. But like Zen's leaving, he's landing there. We don't want to boom this ball. Like, we need to take control of this ball. So little boop, control touch. Good enough. Why didn't he keep controlling? Right? With all that we've done, like we only have 10 boosts left, we just saw Vatira with full boost. And he can turn like this, so we're gonna put the ball in his way for him to get free ball, full boost. Almost works. That sucks. So this is a 50-50 situation. Why is he here? The ball ended up in the box, free, open net, and he's not there in time. Okay? And this is something a lot of you guys are always there. Okay? But if we look at this, there's two orange guys that are coming this way, and there's one orange guy that's this way, but it's not trying to push it as much because we don't want it in this corner. Right? We want it to die there or in the post like he did. He's just trying to be in front. Okay? But it's likely that the ball's going to go this way. And Atow wants to be there. He's first on this ball if it does go this way. Well, I think, statistically speaking, he took the right decision. Turns out This one time, Vatira gets an amazing challenge, and it drops in the box. Oh, we've been the shot a bit. He played the bump. So he assumed Vatira was gonna bump Matt, and he shot there, right? Because if he shots here and Vatira bumps Matt there, that makes the save. I think it's that, because pretty sure he could put a cannonball top right, but try to get the boost, no boost. And that's, honest, if you're still here, it's a bit what I was telling you about yesterday. See how early, like he only has 14 boosts, but check how early he gets that reset. Right? So here, well, first, they might not know exactly how much boost he has. Second, if he's challenged, it's not impossible that he can flip and beat Zen on the challenge, right? Because he has the flip, right? Same thing if he would have went seating to get his flip, but it's a bit slower. Then he uses the flip to try to get in front of the ball to have a piece of it if he challenges it. Turns out he can do much. Oh, Vatiro is expecting to have a 50 there. Likely. Oh, what a touch. It's beautiful. The amount of calculation. When I saw that ball, I don't know if you guys saw it. This ball, as he touched it, I knew it was either gonna perfect roll up or it was gonna hit the curb and go up. I knew it right away. Therefore, okay, and now you calculate a few steps ahead. Matt, like if this ball goes like this, you can't go get back boost, right? Because Matt's gonna shoot it on your net and you get scored. Because it goes up like this, if Matt wants to get this ball and be dangerous, that's the important thing. Because if Matt doesn't go for a boost, just go for the ball, to be first on the ball, he's gonna have 15, 10 boost. There's nothing he can do from there, right? At best, he's gonna ploop here. So if we get the back boost, he gives us free ball here instead of there, right? But if he wants to be dangerous, he needs to pick up that boost on the way. So we have time to get the back boost. Vatira, you're gonna see it's the next thing I was gonna pause. Okay, but yes, we kind of know, like pay attention to Vatira if you want to think about Vatira right now. Look like he's, you know, trying to disrupt here, and then we saw him flip there. It's not he just knows it, he saw that. Like we know, like we see all the field but the right side. Vatira's on the right side. Did he go for back boost? Did he go for mid boost? I don't remember the timing. Like I keep pausing, so it's hard to time the boost, but there's all this consideration in mind. But we know that Vatira's on our right. He can't be on our left. We see everything on our left. And he was there a second ago, right? So we keep that in mind. Then we do this. Look, like we see the whole field other on the right side. Vatira's still on the right side. And then we see here that we beat Matt to this ball. So basically we don't think about Matt anymore. Like Matt's dead. And now we see, okay, Zen's running away. Vatira's open. Could shoot on net. And that's where the decision making is important, right? I was saying one is the knowledge, like rotation and stuff like that. Oops, missing an N. 2 is info. So I was saying before even we see him, we knew that Vatira was on the right side of the field. We knew where Matt was, and we knew where Zen was on our screen. Now we see them all again. We have the information. 3 is the decision making. Okay, because he has 4 the execution. Here he can, like he has boost, right? He can solo play. He can boom it. He can boom it double tap. He can get a reset on the ceiling, follow it, musty double. He can pass it to Vatira. right? He can do, like, here it's the decision making. This is decision making. What is the best decision? So is it better for me to go from a solo play here? Like, I think double tap, it's not good. Zen defends that all the time. Oh yeah, the Polari, and I do like the read on that ball is exactly what I would have done until here. Okay, I'm not sure this would have been my decision. Okay, but up until here, like the fadeaway, the challenge with Zen, like, not that I would have executed that much, but with a ball, I had the read even in real time. I knew where it was gonna bounce, right? So I would have picked up that back boost, because even though I'm telling you guys what I see, I myself am trying to, as it's going by, I'm doing those calculations as if I'm playing. So far, it's everything I would have done. Here, I'm pretty sure that's not what I would do. So now, decision making, I don't think the double tap, Zen's going to defend that. Boom on net, Zen's going to be able to defend that. There's no way. So we either go for a seating reset play, straight up air dribble play, or we pass it to Vatira. I think we have better scoring chances with our teammate who is a pro player from midfield, because this is about where we're going to pass it to him with full boost against someone that can't challenge him because he's too far, right? So Matt noticed that he was beat, therefore tried to get a so basically, also that's another detail that I didn't see in real time. Matt noticed he was beat, and basically he's trying to cover this area. Okay, so he's getting a reset and he's gonna fall this way, so that if we wanted to carry it, he had a chance to flip to stop us. So that's another reason why the pass to Vatira is actually a good idea. I didn't see that the first time. Great pass. Because Zen gets there, man. This is crazy. This whole play is crazy. Where is it? Vatira's point of view. So you see how, like, I need to go back a bit, because even from Vatira's point of view, there's a lot to see. So he gets the boost here, okay, and basically he's rotating, and there, as he sees this bounce, you see how he turned as he saw the bounce, because he's like, oh my god, Atow beats him. So it's a free ball from my teammate, okay? Doesn't mean that he wants to pass it to me. He might go for an air triple. Yeah. But if my teammate would prefer to pass it to me, I need to be an option. So he starts going, okay? And let's say he gets here and Atow doesn't flip in the ball. He takes a light touch and keep pushing it. What Vatira would do is he would turn this way and get behind him and be the second man. Okay. Turns out Atow passes it, so it's like, yeah, time to try and let's go. And the other important thing about the pass, if you're the passer, if you are Atow here, you're not trying to pass it here. If you pass it here, I get dunked. There's nothing I can do. Zen's gonna turn on me and he's gonna take the ball away. Hey Jardinus, no, servers are not down. We're just watching a replay. It's pro play. I'm not coaching. I'm more I'm explaining what's happening in their minds and stuff. It's the best of my knowledge. So yeah, we don't want the pass here. We want the pass here so that we can boost to that ball and come in with momentum and actually have a play on the ball. That's why when the pass like left Atow, it was like, what a great pass. You see how it's in front, we can boost into it. Might not have been enough in front, but then there's this line that if it's too much in front, then Vatira doesn't have angle anymore. So already now, with Zen challenging, I think the only way to score this ball is actually hit it to ceiling and maybe double it back or something like that. It's a bit awkward. But I want to see from Zem's point of view personally. I'm shocked that he got there in time. I might have went too far. Okay, no, that's here. So this, see how he doesn't hesitate, not a second. And I didn't notice that again, first time. Zen didn't go for back boost. I thought Matt could have taken the mid boost. Matt left the mid boost for Zen. So Zen picked up this boost and not that boost. Pretty sure a Diamond champion player probably takes back boost instead. And for sure your teammate in champion lobby picks up this boost. So yeah, he's already ready and his eyes are there. He knows his teammate again. Like, we don't see him, but we know teammates on the ceiling. So we can extrapolate what teammates doing. But we see that either is gonna carry towards my net, double tap, or go across. Because again, like, where's Vatira? Like, if we're Zen and we don't know where Vatira is for a second, well, he's not here, he's not there, he's not here. We know he's not back right? Therefore he's outside of the screen on the left. It's the only thing that makes sense. So we need to know that there is a possibility to have a pass across. And then yeah, the execution on the speed on that turn, jump, and you see how he didn't decide. Look at when he decided. Look at when he took off. Okay, so wait. He hit it. As soon as he hit it, and he hit it too hard to control, boost started, and he's jumping like in this frame ish, and he needs to dust Vatira, or else it's in his net. What a lobby, man. This game is insane. So wave dash here, it's something I don't advise people to do in like normal lobbies and stuff like that. Most of the time it doesn't make sense. I think here he jumped to want to, like, let's say he wanted to flip, but he wasn't sure enough if Zen could get to this ball and play quickly or play it across or whatever, so he didn't want to commit right away to something. So he wanted to use a flip to accelerate, doesn't have much boost and stuff like that, but he didn't want to lose control of his car for a flip at that moment. So he jumped and then he decided to wave dash after, which he still gets there in time. Here we have another wave dash, and then he tried to zap dash off the curve. He tried to delay, like have Matt jump this way and tried to shoot it top right. Couldn't get it around them. Matt defended well there. There was like no space. Good back check by Vatira. The best touch there. Little panic. Luckily Matt's too far. I'm surprised he was in ball cam there. The only thing I can think of why to be in ball cam there would be to see this, to see them, because there's no way that pros forget to take off their ball cam. There's no way. Okay, why wouldn't you be in car cam there? I'm convinced that if he's in car cam, he could be bumped by Zen, so he wants to see him come, right? And he sees he doesn't come and flicks the ball. Probably saw Matt as well. He probably had more information by being in ball cam. Oh, what? There's no way. Oh yeah, he read it. He knew exactly where that ball was going. That's insane. Oh. Oh. It wasn't like the best double tap that a pro can put on net, but it was definitely good enough that it gave good chances to score there. Wow. What? Crazy first touch. They both fake challenge. This is like scoreable now. Now that they both fake challenge. He's just a bit too much on the right. Like he's... Like if his car is... trying to... like this. He probably scores, but his car is like this. Right? He's just this too much to the right. So then when he catches it, the ball goes this way. Oh, no. There's so much in there. So here, okay, he notices that he's gonna have the bounce. Barely, but he has the bounce to work with, right? Yeah, I think if he, because I was like, maybe he could have put a laser on that, and still a very tough shot. So yeah, Vatira is a good option. It's just I think the pass is a tad high. Yeah, likely. I'd like to go back down. Likely he was aiming here. If he puts it here, I think Vatira can turn and actually take a decent shot on. If he puts the ball there, they go to overtime. Just turns up. Whoops, I didn't mean to change camera. A good disruption by Zen there. And that's that. It's crazy. These guys are so good. It's the speed that they make the decision and the accuracy of the decision making is so good. And that's why Grand Champion with no max type thing is so easy for them. Like, they're playing chess and we're playing checkers. Oh, so I'm gonna stop the recording. Like and subscribe and all the things and stuff. Come and see us on Twitch when I stream if you're interested. Bye bye.